Who even started that rumor? Had it been I know you now?
Had you been here I know you now, I give you a dirty slap. What do you want? Why are you saying that?
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bella and this is Bella's Perfume Diaries. If this is your first time of stumbling on this channel, Perfume Diaries is a series that will talk about perfumes, a sprinkle of beauty and lifestyle. So if this is the kind of content you like, please click that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. I have the most anticipated dupe ever. We have waited for this dupe for the longest time, so I'm going to be talking about this dupe. But before then, I'm going to also mention one other fragrance that people have compared Fenty with the Parfum to, and between these two fragrances I'm going to tell you which one actually smells like Fenty with the Parfum. So if you're excited to find an affordable Fenty with the Parfum dupe, then keep watching. I'm going to start off with talking about this perfume, just in case you don't know what Fenty Eau de Parfum is. This is Fenty Eau de Parfum. This fragrance is made by Rihanna's company, which is Fenty. This fragrance was released, I think, in 2021 or so. I'm not sure. This fragrance had all the girls talking because everybody loves Rihanna. Who doesn't love Rihanna? It has been how many years since this fragrance was released, but no company could dupe this fragrance. I'm just going to quickly talk about this fragrance and tell you what it smells like, just in case you do not know. So the main accords of Fenty Eau de Parfum are fruity, citrus, floral, patchouli, musky, fresh spicy, sweet, warm spicy, and aromatic. The fragrance is described as a cheaper floral fragrance for men and women. So this is classified as a unisex fragrance. The top notes are blueberry and tangerine. Middle notes are Bulgarian rose, geranium, and magnolia, while the base notes are patchouli and musk. This fragrance, I remember back then when it was released and I was craving to have it. I ordered it and it took months before it got to me. I think I did a review on this fragrance. If you'd love to see a detailed review, I'm going to link it up here. Ever since I got this fragrance, it has been in almost all my hauls, my best hauls, my obsession hauls. Was an instant love for me, and 4 years down the line this fragrance is still an absolute love for me. Now, what does this fragrance smell like? I would describe it as a rich fruit chili, a mixture of fruitiness and patchouli. This fragrance has blueberry, tangerine at the top, so it has this bright zesty fruitiness. I love blueberry fragrances, and then now mixed with that tangerine to add a little bit of zestiness, tanginess to the fragrance. And then the rose comes in, it gives it this femininity. The mixture and blend in this fragrance just makes this fragrance smell very sophisticated, very classy. Finally, you get the patchouli. You get all these notes from the first spray, but one is more dominant at the top, and then as it dries down the others become more dominant where they are placed. This fragrance is quite heavy on the patchouli. You have to love patchouli fragrances for you to love this one, but I love the fact that it blends completely with that rose, with the tangerine, with the blueberry, with the geranium to create this masterpiece. I've noticed that when geranium is added in fragrances in the right amount, it gives it this classiness. The same thing I noticed in Cafe Oud from Ali. There's geranium in it with also patchouli, so it just gives it this classiness. It makes it smell very chic, very sexy, very sophisticated. This fragrance is an absolute love, easily in my top 10 for life. Now, with all this goodness, did we find a dupe for this fragrance? Let's find out. So I'm going to be starting with the one that the whole internet was raving about and mentioned that this is a Fenty dupe, which is December Rose from Paris Corner. I almost broke my leg just to get this fragrance because they said it was a dupe for Fenty, but we are going to find out soon enough if this is actually a Fenty dupe. It comes in this maroon burgundy colored packaging with the gold detailing. I love the packaging of this fragrance. I love the whole concept of the December here, Rose, Paris Corner. And then at the back, Paris Corner wrote the note of the fragrance, so you don't have to go on Fragrantica to go and look for the note of the fragrance. It is staring right at you in your face. Then when you open it up, this packaging to me just giving Barbie packaging. It still comes in the burgundy maroon bottle. Similar to December Vanilla, said to be a dupe for K Alice Vanilla Royal Sugared Patchouli. I did a comparison between those two fragrances. If you love to watch it, you can go ahead and binge watch. So I really, really love maroon. I love this packaging. The top notes on this fragrance are blueberry and tangerine. Heart notes rose, geranium, magnolia. Base notes musk, patchouli. I just have to straight up say that this is not a Fenty dupe. I can understand why people assume that this is a Fenty dupe because the notes are exactly the same as the Fenty. Like every single note in this fragrance is exactly the same notes breakdown in the Fenty Eau de Parfum. But read my lips right now. This fragrance does not smell like Fenty. You guys can stop comparing this fragrance to Fenty because it does not have any resemblance to Fenty at all. So what does this fragrance smell like? To me, this fragrance is a watery, soapy, aquatic rose scent. It has that rose quite all right, but to me, this fragrance is more of a very light, watery, soapy, fresh rose scent. If you're into those kind of fragrances, you would love this. I smell the rose in it. I smell the geranium. It has this chemical scent to it, which I guess is the geranium. I get a little bit of musk when it dries down, but I don't get blueberry. I don't get tangerine. I don't get that fancy DNA at all. Who even started that rumor? Had it been I know you now?
Had he been here a year, I know you now. I give you a dirty slap. What do you want? Why are you saying?
So we can stop the rumors now. This fragrance doesn't smell like Fenty in any shape or form. But if you love a watery, soapy rose fragrance, you would absolutely love December Rose from Paris Corner. But if you want to know a fragrance that smells very close to Fenty, then keep watching. Introducing the fragrance that smells very close to Fenty, Blueberry Musk from Arabiyat. I knew about this fragrance from Kiki, my fragrance trail on YouTube and Instagram. I haven't seen it in Nigeria before, but when Yeti Classy posted it that she recently got it, I quickly messaged her to ask her where she got hers from, and she hooked a girl up ASAP. You guys need to follow Yeti Classy. You need to follow Kiki, my fragrance trail. They are always putting the girlies on. First, let's start with this packaging. I love the color of this packaging, the concept. I love the design on it. It's giving Arabian Queen, and it also has here blueberry musk, Udu Parfum, 100 ml, 3.4 fluid ounce. It is from the house Arabiyat. I'm sure you guys are familiar or not familiar with that brand. They are the ones that made Lamsa Harir from Arabiyat and some other Middle Eastern fragrances. So they created this, and there's also the red version. I can't remember the name, but I would love to get that one as well. But this is the packaging for blueberry musk. You open it up, and the fragrance sits beautifully inside there, guys. I know Arabian packaging, they do not disappoint. Everybody knows that at this point. I really love this packaging. I love the cylinder. It's not metallic, by the way, it's made of carton, so you can feel it even though it's made of a quality carton. And also the bottle, this is what the bottle looks like. I love this bottle, guys. I love the design on it. Now let's find out what this fragrance smells like. Is it actually a dupe for Fenty or not? The main accords of blueberry musk are fruity, sweet, vanilla, and floral. The fragrance is marketed as a unisex fragrance for men and women, even though I feel this fragrance leans more feminine than masculine. Top notes are blueberry and blackberry. Middle notes are freesia, lavender, and rose, while the base notes are vanilla, raspberry, patchouli, and oak moss. Even though the notes breakdown of this fragrance is not exactly like Fenty, unlike the December Rose that literally copied Fenty's notes but ended up smelling like something else. This one didn't completely copy Fenty notes, but it has similarities to Fenty Eau de Parfum. So the similar notes in this fragrance to Fenty are the blueberry, the rose, and the patchouli. This fragrance opens with a beautiful light blueberry scent. I smell a little bit of tangerines in it, even though tangerine is not listed in this fragrance. It's a beautiful fruity scent. For people that are fruity fragrance lovers, even if you're not a fruity fragrance lover, you would still love this because it's not like a tart, juvenile, fruity scent. It is very mature, very elevated, but at the same time, still has that zestiness in it. And then the patchouli in this fragrance is not so dominant. It comes off very subtle and mixes with that blueberry and tangerine with that blackberry. and also the rose. The rose in this fragrance is absolutely gorgeous. It's blended completely into this fragrance to make it absolutely stunning. This fragrance was done beautifully without even comparing it to Fenty Eau de Parfum. This is a beautiful Middle Eastern fragrance that I would recommend for my fruity fragrance lovers without any atom of oud or any atom of skanky animalic scent to it. It's just purely blueberry, rose, and a little bit of musk. Now, comparing this fragrance to Fenty Eau de Parfum, in terms of scent profile, they came very close to Fenty. To me, I feel like this fragrance is like 60% similar to Fenty. So even though it has that scent profile with Fenty, I feel like this one is very, very light, which is one of the things I don't really like about it because it's very, very light. It will carry you for like minimum of 4 hours, and the notes in this fragrance are very light and airy compared to Fenty Oud Parfum where the notes are tightly close to each other. This fragrance has a punch to it. It has a very intense, dense, rich scent to it. Compared to this one is very light and airy, and I am not mad because it took them almost 4 years after this fragrance was created for them to come up with something similar. I know I have wanted to have like a Fenty dupe for the longest time. The closest one I could get was the body mist, which is the dark case by Bath and Body Works, but an actual perfume took a very long time before it was created. So I feel like Arabiyat tried to come close to this fragrance, even though this one is still undefeated. If you smell this fragrance, you just know that this is like a watered down version of it. Like you just know that this fragrance is a joke compared to where this one is. But if you want to know what Fenty smells like, you want to have an idea what that scent profile is like, then you can go for the blueberry moss because this is quite affordable and is a Middle Eastern fragrance brand. Surprisingly, I don't know why they ended up not making it have like a punch or a kick to it, knowing that Middle Eastern fragrances are known for their longevity and projection, but they kind of failed with this one because this one is very light. Hopefully I can use this one and hold body until another brand comes up with a dupe for Fenty, but for now I have searched far and wide, and this is the closest dupe to Fenty Eau de Parfum. So I feel like if you really want to get the best out of this fragrance, get the Dark Kiss by Bath and Body Works body mist and spray on your skin, and then you can use this on your clothes. Hopefully, it amps up that longevity. You can also get the cream, the shower gel. Similar scent makes your fragrance linger and last longer. So you can get the cream, the soap, the lotion for the darkest Bath and Body Works, and then you can layer it with this Burberry Musk. That is if you don't have the Fenty money, just so you can enjoy the scent profile and still make it last long on you. The major differences between these two fragrances is that this is light, this has a punch to it, this doesn't have a lot of patchouli in it, this has a heavy dose of patchouli. So if you feel like Fenty was very disturbing to you because of that patchouli, blueberry musk is perfect for you because it's very light, it's very easy to wear, while this one is more of a classy, sophisticated, dressed up kind of scent. I actually love both of them. I'll try to work my way around the longevity of this fragrance, but if you want an affordable version of Fenty Eau de Parfum, you can get your hands on blueberry musk from Arabia. So that's my thoughts on Blueberry, the actual Fenty dupe, as opposed to the rumor from December Rose. Debunk that rumor about December Rose being a Fenty dupe. It is not. Have you tried any of these fragrances? Let me know in the comment section what you think about them. Let me know if you think these two fragrances smell alike. Would you like to try any of these fragrances? Let me know which one and why. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of this episode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, drop your scent of the day in the comment section. I would love to connect with you in the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning to Bella's Perfume Diaries. I'll be seeing you on my next episode. Bye.